Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new 2022 Hulu original film. Very interesting that it's a Hulu film, Hellraiser. So this is a reboot of the 1987 film. This is the 11th film in the franchise. Technically, this Clive Barker actually came back as a producer on this, and it's neat having him back because he wasn't in majority of the last chunk of films. So to have his stamp of approval on this was really something. This is 2 hours long. It's it's another take. It's not, see, the whole Kirsty Cotton plot points, Julie and Frank, like that family dynamic is not a part of this reboot. This is just another reinvention. What happens if somebody else gets the box? What happens if Pinhead is not actually referenced as Pinhead, but more so as the priest, as per the books, kind of a thing. The androgynous character that the priest is. So it's the character is female presenting, but not so much. So it's their moniker, even though it's the priest is not actually given a gender, which is great and important. So Clive Barker had Doug Bradley as Pinhead through majority of the bit, and Pinhead wasn't called Pinhead until like the third movie I think we talked about. He was called Lead Cenobite for the longest time. The Hell Priest moniker name that Clive Barker decided upon wasn't a thing until like the third book or something like that. Then there's a whole 2010s comic book series that he did. So Pinhead's evolution has gotten where it is, but it's neat seeing the history and the change. And this is a beautiful standalone film by itself. The aesthetic of it is gorgeous. The cinematography was fantastic. The horror elements were good. The story was cohesive. Recovering drug addict gets the box inadvertently and, is on a quest now to save her brother who was stabbed by the box. And anyone who's stabbed by the box during a configuration is claimed by the Cenobites, things of that nature, right? So she now has to go to this mansion in Massachusetts, in a state in Massachusetts, this character Vought, who trapped people in a Serbian mansion to sacrifice in a way of appeasing the Cenobite gods, to then get his wish at the end. But he wasn't happy with his wish. He wanted to change the wish. So he made a new mansion now in Massachusetts, and he hired somebody Trevor, who's dating Riley, to, get her there with the box and make the 6 sacrifices along the way. So Riley is in an apartment with her brother Matt, who's played by Brandon Flynn. He does an incredible job, and I really wish he was in more of it. Matt's boyfriend Colin, their roommate Nora, and then, things happen, so it's a matter of who's dying when along the way, and can the Leviathan box actually defeat a Cenobite? And that was a pretty neat will they, won't they kind of a thing. Figuring out the traps, the puzzle of the house versus the puzzle of the box. It's very much 13 Ghosts as well. I felt this was a more mature version of 13 Ghosts, and 13 Ghosts was very horror in itself, so it was neat having this as another horror element. But this actually reminded me a lot of 13 Ghosts, now that we're talking about puzzle boxes and puzzle houses. That was cool. But I liked how she got the choice at the end. She won the prize of what reward does she want, and she knows that her brother Matt's gone, so Riley doesn't want the reward, so she's going to bear the weight of the regret of that, all those who were lost because of her. That way her and Colin can live now. Very, very interesting progression. It was a slow burn. It wasn't boring. It was 2 hours, but it felt very long. But it was captivating. It was enchanting, and it's mystifying. These are the best adjectives I can come to. My favorite scene was a camera angle trick where the Chatter Cenobite is attacking Trevor and Riley in front of the gates of the house, and the Cenobite just pushes the gates. And it was very much like in Jurassic Park 3, where the gate closes in on a corner. So your victims are here, and then the gate is there. And then she takes the box and, stabs the Cenobite. That was the first experiment. But like that Jurassic Park 3 camera trick, but the camera actually followed the gate. I love when camera tricks do that. Like when a character falls over and the camera falls over with them. Love it. Love those kinds of things. The zoom out kind of a thing. Didn't get that zoom out, zoom in, but I did like the tricks of it. The cinematography that I mentioned. But certain scenes like What's Your Pleasure, and We Have Sights to Show You, and the Hellraiser songs, not the songs, the score throughout, that was pretty neat. Nice homage to the 87 original. So this is definitely a reboot. Definitely had nothing to do plot-wise, but it's the same dynamic of these Cenobite beings in a sadistic kind of pain or pleasure mindset will be able to grant you your wishes within that pain and pleasure sadistic aspect. Very, very well done. I was very impressed. I really want there to be a sequel. I really liked the Riley Collin leaving at the end bit. So what happens next? What happens next? Really wish Brandon Flynn was in there more, but he did such a great job, and he always does. He's an incredible actor. You know, we have all known and love him, you know, since the 13 Reasons Why days on Netflix, and he was in Ratchet on Netflix as well. He did an incredible job with that. He knows horror. He knows drama. He knows how to scream. He knows how to cry. He's captivating. He's engaging, and you feel what he feels, and that's very hard to do. You get upset when he gets upset. You get angry when he gets angry. It's very, very hard to do that, and that boy's got skill. He has got skill. So, incredible film, incredible franchise. On to the next review. Mucho mahalo.